real good feeling. This place is jumping off hard as it can get. No, we won't ever stop dancing on the edge. We like it dangerous, we like to see you spit. Turn up another notch, you ain't seen nothing yet. Let me tell you something, let me tell you something. Let me tell you something, let me tell you something. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Right now, right now. Got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Got a real good feeling. Right now, right now. 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 Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah, I got a real good feeling. I won't hit no ceiling. I'm going higher than I've ever known. I got a real good feeling.
Hey guys, what's going on? Jeb here, and in today's video, we have a lot of Bitcoin technicals lined up. As you guys know, a little while ago, Bitcoin dropped $1,000. We need to talk about that because I personally believe that Bitcoin has a massive opportunity awaiting us, and whether or not Bitcoin follows through with a couple of technicals that we're going to be looking at today is going to dictate where we go next. I know you guys are very excited about the last 9 to 10 days of rally on Bitcoin. The question on the table is, will that rally continue? Will we continue to push up towards $50,000 like all of us want, or will Bitcoin continue to stagnate around $40,000? We got a lot lined up for you on the charts today, and we're also going to be looking at a $1.5 billion options contract expiry that is very bullish this month. It's expiring today, and it could be resulting in major buying pressure for Bitcoin. We're also going to be looking at a major short squeeze that happened a couple of days ago and trying to figure out if another short squeeze could be on the books for the next couple of days. We got a great show lined up for you today. Even before we jump into it, just smash that like button if you haven't already, and make sure to subscribe to the channel. We've got a lot of new faces around right now. There's a lot of growth going on, and we're very appreciative for everyone who is tuning in at 9:30 Eastern Standard Time, Monday through Friday, for Coffee and Crypto. I'm also joined by my co-host and your president, Kinda Crypto Tim.
What's up, everybody? I am feeling good today. You know what? There are 5 Fridays left until college football is back.
Ooh.
The best time of the year.
This is true.
Coinciding with potentially a crypto rally. Presumed to be, it's going to be a good
We're
fall.
moving into it. So listen, Tim, we're moving into a new office. We're moving into new houses. We are going to have college football coming back. There's a massive rally going on. Cold weather is coming to Florida, and it's not going to be 500 degrees every single day.
So trifecta is when 3 things collide to make the... What is it?
It's a fivefecta. There's 5 things coming.
Yeah, but what is the word?
Pentafecta.
Pentafecta.
It's a pentafecta.
Yes.
It's a hexafecta also.
Pentafecta Friday.
It's a pentafecta Friday. There we go.
Yes.
Put that in chat. Hashtag pentafecta Friday. We are also joined, as always, by our mute producer, Smay. How you doing, Smay?
I have a 6 to protect guys. There's one more Friday till the weekend.
What is the 6th
What?
one?
Hex.
Hex.
It's hex, sept, oct, non, and dec.
Hexatecta.
Hexatecta. Tech decks, guys. Smash that like button if you were enjoying our banter.
One more Friday till the weekend.
One more Friday till...
One more What?
Yeah, because that's today.
Okay. Smay makes no sense, as always, guys, but that's why he's here. He is the producer of the show, and he also serves as our comedic relief. And He's got some great points. You need to speak up more, Smay. I know you don't have a mic for him right now.
We're going to get him a mic here.
You don't have a mic right now.
We have a mic for him. He just broke, so we're getting the transition one. There's a long story that we will not go into on stream as to why our fourth mic that we have is not in office.
Yes, and it is very annoying, but we will leave that for off camera. We are going to start, however, with some Bitcoin TA because as the title and the description and the thumbnail say, there is a big opportunity right now afoot for anyone who is in Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So let's jump into it. Bitcoin has been trading around $38,000 to $40,000 over the last several days. As you guys know, we rallied from a low of $29,000 10 or 11 days ago. And in that time, we rallied from bottom to absolute top 37% in the span of 7 days. That rally was very, very quick. It was very fast, and it set a new precedent in Bitcoin. It gave us the ability to enter a new uptrend. If we want Bitcoin to go to its current price target that we discussed on Wednesday of $50,000, then we need to see it start setting higher highs. The way we do that is by rallying above $41,000 and closing daily chart candlesticks up there. Right now, we've pulled back $1,000 in the last day, and a lot of people are concerned. They're wondering, Jeb, if we're going to $50,000, then why did we just go down? Well, the interesting thing is, whenever you go on a road trip, you got to stop for gas. Whenever an army is marching, they got to stop and regroup after a big victory. Whenever you are doing anything, you got to stop and pause every once in a while and make sure everybody's on the same page, make sure everything is caught up to speed. There's a reason that, for example, in our company, we have tons of weekly meetings. Our production team had a weekly meeting yesterday. Our executive team had a weekly meeting on Tuesday. We had a quarterly meeting on Wednesday. Like, there's a reason we have meetings, right? There's a reason we take a break and we pause and we reflect. That's what the market is doing right now. It's taking a break, it's pausing, it's reflecting, and it's saying, yes, we just rallied 37%, but let's not get ahead of ourselves. Let's pump the brakes a little bit. Let's have a controlled burn and make sure we are healthy. Luckily for everybody in Bitcoin, that is exactly what is happening. Bitcoin is having a healthy correction right now. This is nothing to be concerned about, and in fact, I am here to state that it is, in fact, one of the largest opportunities for any major Bitcoin trades that we have seen in quite some time. Here's why. On the 4-hourly chart, there is an uptrending level of support. It is this one right here. It is constituted by lows at $36,400 on July the 26th and lows just 4 hours ago today on around $38,400. These lows are very important because they're actually the opposite of the lows that we're seeing on the RSI. We are seeing higher lows. We're seeing a low right here and a higher low, which indicates uptrending momentum on the 4-hourly chart, but down on the 4-hourly RSI, we are seeing lower lows. This is what is known as classical bullish RSI divergence. You guys know a couple of days ago, we were talking about some major bearish RSI divergence on the chart with these higher highs and then these lower highs on the RSI. That was true, and that played out. We saw Bitcoin trade sideways and then correct, probably due in part to that RSI divergence. But now, instead of seeing bearish RSI divergence and saying that we need to correct, now what we're seeing is bullish RSI divergence saying that we need to rally. And the reason that this is important is because for Bitcoin to enter a major new uptrend that can last on the order of months and quarters and maybe on into the next year, we need to see Bitcoin break $40,000. That's why I've been talking about Bitcoin so much this week, because $40,000 to $41,000 is the price to beat. If we get above it, all hell breaks loose, guys. The bulls are starting to run if that happens. We've already seen the first steps. We're seeing the market sentiment shift in that direction of being very excited about the space, and we're seeing the technicals back that fact up. And there's more, guys. If we look at the daily chart, 20 exponential moving average, we can see that we're quite far above the 20 DEMA. But if we look at another moving average, namely this one right here, which is the 100 daily simple moving average, you can see that this is exactly where we rejected. We rejected off of the 100 daily simple moving average and tested it as resistance. What we're seeing right now is what I call convergence of resistance. There's resistance at $41,000, and then there's also resistance here at roughly the 100 daily simple moving average, which is right around $40,000. That's one of the reasons why $40,000 is difficult to get through. So make no mistake, I am making a bullish prediction here. I do think that we're going to break $40,000, but I also don't think it's going to be easy, and I think there is a good argument to be made that we could top out here and stay below $40,000 for several days, maybe even into a week or two. That is possible. I don't think it's what's most likely, But I do want to make sure that that is on the table and in your mind. One of the reasons why we had to correct here is because we got so overextended on the Bollinger Bands. Notice how we rallied outside of the Bollinger Bands and had entire daily candlesticks, their entire body fully outside of the Bollinger Bands. Not only that, we saw the TD sequential, the candlestick counting algorithm that counts up to 9 and then but signals that there's going to be a reversal after you hit 9. We hit a 9 flash yesterday. Not only that, we also saw that yesterday was a spinning top formation. What that means is that we have a body, and then our upper wick and our lower wick are roughly the same size. It looks like a dreidel. It looks like a spinning top. It signals indecision in the market. If you're bullish, then you move to indecision. What comes next? Bearishness. That's why we've seen a red candlestick today. That's why I said yesterday we're probably going to see a short-term correction. Even though that's healthy, that's probably what we're going to see. And so it is true. That is what we are seeing. So right now, the thing that I am paying attention to, yes, we got overextended. Yes, $40,000 is resistance. But the thing that I'm most interested in is the fact that Bitcoin corrected and maintained this uptrend. Notice how we maintained this uptrend. We set 1, 2, 3, 4 higher lows. If we start breaking south below 38,000, then yes, we're going to need to start looking at this level of support right here, around $36,000. But if we don't manage to break down below here and we stay above this uptrending level of resistance, then we are effectively in a ascending triangle ascending triangle pattern, that's what I was trying to say, with resistance around $41,000 and an uptrending level of support that looks something like this, or you could even draw it like this. But the point is, we have roughly flat resistance up here and 2 uptrends, depending on which one you draw, depends on the size of it. But nevertheless, we're seeing either you can draw it as a bull pennant or as a bull ascending triangle pattern. Either way, they both price target the exact same, which is up to $50,000 if we draw our flagpole out like this. So what we are looking for in the next couple of days is for Bitcoin to continue this correction for a little bit, let the daily chart RSI cool off just a little bit, let things recuperate, and then in a day or two, I am looking for a major breakout on Bitcoin. Probably sometime this weekend. I'm expecting probably Sunday. We're going to see a lot of volatility in this market. It could happen Saturday, it could happen today, but I'm thinking late Saturday, early on Sunday, that we're going to see something like this. When this volatility comes in, there's 2 things you can do. You can long or you can short. I encourage people when we're trading triangle patterns to wait until the breakout, because after the breakout occurs, you know which direction the market's moving because you just saw the resistance get broken or you just saw the support get broken. That's where you can start entering trades. If we look at it on the 4-hourly chart, it would look something like this. We would be able to set up a long position with an open maybe around $41,500, a target price maybe $45,000. These are just examples. I'm not putting a lot of thought into these because I want you guys to do that. That's how you learn. But I'm just giving you examples. Or if you're looking to short the market, which I don't think is wise, but if you are looking to short the market, you could look at an open price right there. But notice how our entry positions are above or below the resistance. We're not entering the trade in the middle of the triangle pattern. You can do that. It's just more risky. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but understand that you got to be very careful with stop losses. So let's wrap this all up in a nice, neat bow, and we'll go to chat for a second. And I also want to hear what Tim thinks about all of this technical analysis. Bitcoin right now got overextended. We saw that from the Bollinger Bands and the RSI. I'm sorry, we saw that from the Bollinger Bands, the RSI, and the TD sequential. We are finding resistance based on a previous high at $41,000, which is also convergent with the downtrending 100 daily simple moving average. So we've basically seen 5 different technicals say, hey, we're overextended, we need to calm down. That's the 100D SMA, that's $41,000 resistance, that's the TD sequential, that's the Bollinger Bands, and that's the RSI. So that's 5 reasons why we need to consolidate. However, we're also seeing massively bullish market sentiment. We just saw the most subscribers on this channel in the last month yesterday. Like, we're seeing the most viewership on this channel in the last month yesterday and today. We're seeing a lot of exuberance come back in Google Trends. We're seeing the Fear and Greed Index move further away from fear and towards greed. We're seeing a lot of shorts getting liquidated, which we're about to talk about. We're seeing a massive options expiry coming in. So while we do have reasons to say we need to consolidate, there's also a lot of reasons to say that we're about to break out. There's a lot of reasons to say that we're about to break above $40,000, above $41,000 to start going on a rally. That's what the technicals are telling us right now. And we want to follow the technicals, the fundamentals, the on-chain, the metrics, and the market sentiment so that we can build a holistic picture of what Bitcoin is trying to tell us so we know where it's headed next. With that said, Tim, what do you think about all of that? Am I missing anything? Where do you think Bitcoin's heading?
I think you hit it on the head. I think you know all the technical analysis. We talked a little bit before the show, and he asked me, Tim, what are you seeing? Mostly, I don't think I really added too much of anything to what Jeb had already broke down. I do think it's interesting, you know, that ascending level of support. We were talking about before the show. For those of you who think that technical analysis is worthless, if you didn't know how to read technical analysis, you wouldn't have known where it should have correct down to unless you know how to read the charts, draw the line, supports and resistance, and know that that was the perfect place for it to bounce. The other thing, though, when we move to on-chain data and on-chain stuff that's happening, I don't think you had this in the planning document, Jeb, so I don't think I'm shooting anything early. Another thing that we saw was a combination, a two-hit thing that is very bullish for Bitcoin. First, Bitcoin exchange outflows hits a 5-year high.
Wow, I didn't know that.
5-year high. I mean, like, I can
That's
put
great.
this article in the thing afterwards if you want. But yeah, okay. So this, we'll get this set up to where you guys can see my computer here soon. Jeb, I'm going to put it. I'm going to put it right next to the questions.
Cool.
It's not the best place to put it, but that's where I'm going to put it.
Does Tim ever disagree with Jeb? Yeah, he does.
All the time. All the time.
All the time.
Very much so.
Mm-hmm.
But no, yeah. So I think they said the last time he reached this level of outflow was back in 2016. So that is a massively bullish sign, especially after a rally like that. Usually you're going to see a lot of people after a rally potentially want to liquidate some to take some profit, but rather we saw a rally and people moved it to exchanges. But you pair that with, we also saw a 30% increase in active wallets. So that is something that's really big, because in the past couple of months, as I've been following on-chain data, you'll see sometimes where the activity, Bitcoin has been extremely, extremely, extremely low, and yet there's people pulling off. So that was the only bullish sentiment. Is like, hey, people are continuing to take their Bitcoin off the market. They're putting it into hard wallets, cold wallets, whatever they're doing. Yep. But the number of addresses are low. We are seeing a combination right now of not only a massive outflowing off of exchanges, also an uptick in active addresses, which is both extremely bullish signs for Bitcoin.
Yeah, I mean, look, guys, the number of, think about it like this. $40,000 was double the all-time high up until less than a year ago. What does that mean when people are so excited about hodling at double the previous all-time high? It means that the market and the demand for this asset is exploding. It means that if you are invested in Bitcoin, you are invested in the right thing. It means that if you are invested in the cryptocurrency space in general, you are invested in the right thing, hopefully. I mean, there's a lot of scam projects. We got 60,000 cryptocurrencies out there and close to 60,000 trash projects, but there are good projects. Bitcoin, Ethereum, Cardano, Solana, we've talked about a lot of them here on this channel. The point is, Bitcoin has a very bright future ahead of it, not only in the short term, not only in the medium term, but also in the long term. And somebody asked in chat, Jeb, did you agree with Ben on the end of the bull run being around September 28th? I vehemently disagree with him. With all due respect, I love Ben. I love going on his show.
Did he give
I do disagree with him.
I missed that.
He's given a ton of reasons for that. It has to do with the halving cycle. It has to do with the bull market normally lasts about 600 to 700 days after the previous halving. We obviously don't know that trend is going to break because the trend has been accurate thus far, but I personally think that there is so much more at play right now than just halving cycles that is dictating the price action other than the halving, such as all this institutional adoption that we're seeing. And by the way, Apple, Facebook, and Amazon, all three of them are lying through their teeth when they say they're not getting into crypto and blockchain. They have plans. Don't even try and BS us on that. You're hiring people in blockchain. We've got multi-trillion-dollar organizations getting in crypto in the next couple of years. Not only that, Aaron from Altcoin Daily made a great point on Around the Blockchain yesterday. Go subscribe to Altcoin Daily. Just passed 900K subs. Shout out to Altcoin Daily. He made a great point that PayPal is very much in cahoots with the government. They are very closely connected with a lot of the government. They know what's going on behind the scenes. PayPal would not be adopting Bitcoin at the rate that they are and moving on with Venmo and having to raise their balance sheet with Bitcoin on PayPal for their exchange so people can withdraw it. They would not be investing so much in Bitcoin if they had any inkling that it was going to be banned. If there was any inkling that it was going to be dangerous to do business in the cryptocurrency space. So not only do the technicals look good, not only does the on-chain look good, not only does the fundamentals look good, the regulatory space also, according to what Aaron was saying with PayPal, and I think he's right, also looks good. This is the place you want to be, and you're in the right place if you're here. Let's read some super chats.
Well, even before that, even continuing that line of thought, because the ultimate question was, did you agree with Ben? Someone else said, do you agree with Ben that Bitcoin will be held to 100,000 this year? So, I mean, again, I didn't hear Ben's prediction. Tell me if I'm wrong. Is his prediction that it'll end September 28th, but we will be somewhere around $100,000 by that point?
I think I don't want to misrepresent Ben, and I don't know exactly what his prediction is, so I can't say that. I do know one opinion that he holds is that the bull market will be over in late September, I think is what he's predicting. I disagree with that. I'm not sure about his actual price target. I think he expects it to go to 100K before then. Frankly, I would be surprised if Bitcoin went to 100K by September 28th. I think that we'll probably be at 50 or 60 in that time.
I was conflicted there because I was like, man, I think that we would agree with him that it's going to be somewhere around 100,000. I think any more than that would probably be a little bit too much.
Yeah, I don't know if
I don't think it'll get there by September 28th.
It's going to take time. Yeah. It's going to take time. I don't think we're going to be able to get there that quickly.
Well, or more specifically, it'll take time to do it healthily. If it does it a similar form to what we did early in the year, then I could do that. But I am hoping / I don't know if we see any signs of that being the case.
Absolutely. Guys, if you're enjoying today's stream, make sure to smash that like button. We have 1,800 people watching and only 400 likes. I think we can get that to like 750 in the next couple of minutes. We very much appreciate when you guys hit that like button because it helps to continue supporting the channel that is hopefully educating you and keeping you up to date on what the markets are doing. So we're very much appreciative of that. And also, if you haven't already and you're new here, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We're trying to bring you the best high-quality educational content with humility and integrity as two of our major core values here as possible. If that's something that you can get behind, subscribe to the channel and share this show with your friends. Hopefully, we are providing enough value that you feel comfortable doing that.
Like and subscribe!
I'm glad you didn't have a mic for that one. That would have. I feel like they probably hurt their ears through our mics.
I feel like they heard him without the mics. Like I think they heard that in New York.
They might have heard it just sitting in their homes.
I know.
That's why I yelled.
That was a rich yell though too.
That was.
Yeah.
That was pretty solid.
That was great.
That was solid. You had like a vibrato in there. You sound like an opera singer. That was great. Yeah. If that's not a reason to like and subscribe, I don't know what is. Let's read some super chats.
Yes, we got, I think, 1, 2, 3. We got 3 of them. So we got the first one from Simon Hansen saying...
Simon Hansen.
Simon Hansen. Have you guys gone through how Bitcoin is following the Wyckoff accumulation almost perfect? Welcome, Simon. You are Team Tim.
Yep.
We can discuss that here. I mean, do we want to do that right now, or do we want to like...
People always love hearing about Wyckoff. Give us 2 minutes.
It's not long. So first of all, it is. Like, it still is doing exactly what it should do. And so those of you who have been following it and know what I'm talking about, I believe even though... Traditionally, when you look at the chart, you might say, oh, usually the SOS or the sign of strength happens above the trading channel. For those of you who are wondering, the trading channel is pretty much sitting between 29,000 and 40,000. However, I believe that we did just hit a sign of strength, and we are correcting, which is a normal thing. If you guys go look at a chart, again, I think in one of the videos I showed you guys a link. We
have a Wyckoff video clip from Tim on the channel a couple weeks ago, by the way.
You can look at the chart, and so you never want to look at that chart and say, oh, it's following that chart perfectly, because that chart was not made to say every time accumulation happens, this is how it happens. That is an example of what an accumulation phase looks like. And then if you read the article and you look at point by point, it breaks down what each phase means, what each point means. And if you read that and pay attention to that, and you're looking at volume, and you're looking at rate, and you're looking at what the surrounding fundamentals are, in that case, let's see, that was Simon who said that. Simon, you are dead on. It is perfectly following the Wyckoff accumulation. I know there was some speculation. Someone reached out to me saying, Tim, is this potentially the Wyckoff redistribution phase? So I did some research there. And while there are some similarities, one of the things it does say is at the beginning, redistribution and accumulation phase look similar. What redistribution phase does not have is this massive rally back to a sign of strength, the way we just saw. That, to me, this short rally was the confirmation that this is Wyckoff accumulation, at least in my opinion. Obviously, I'm growing, I'm learning, I'm kind of crypto Tim, not fully crypto Tim. But Simon, I agree with you. I think that this is a perfect fit to what is happening there.
So we're getting some reports in chat that SME was heard in Canada and Asia and Nebraska. So SME, the SME heard around the world, I guess you could say.
Oh my gosh. All right, let's move. We're going to have more because I think we just had another one come in. Richard Haviland said, great job as usual, everyone. Awesome on Around the Blockchain yesterday.
Thank you.
Man, I need to probably start watching that show because I feel like
It's always fun. I love that show.
Ooh, tell him.
Shout out to Ben for creating deciding to do that.
Trying to get me on Around the Blockchain, tell him that.
Oh, yeah, they're not trying to get you on Around the Blockchain, Smay. I'm sorry. But I could try and get you on Around the Blockchain if you want.
No. I was trying to make it seem like I was special, but you go along with the joke.
You are special, Smay.
You're special,
Just
Smay.
not in that way.
Go along with the jokes. And
Because I'm not a liar.
Oh my gosh.
That's not why
Next one from Ben Adame says, is a blockchain agnostic stablecoin needed? Ask about what I think he meant Bido's working on. I don't know. Biden?
Maybe is what
I don't know. It says Bido's.
Bidos. Blockchain agnostic stablecoin. That's a phrase I've never heard.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think what you're getting at is a stablecoin that could use all the blockchains. I'm not so look, I'm not a blockchain engineer. Ivan on Tech is probably a better person to explain the answer to that question. Matt C just donated $10. Thank you for that super chat, by the way. I'm sorry I couldn't give a better answer to that. Matt C donated $10 and said, hey, Jeb, I heard you discussing the adoption bell curve yesterday. Can you explain where you think we are at this moment in time? Matt C, I was talking about, for anyone who didn't watch ATB yesterday, I was talking about how I was asked what percentage of the population needs to adopt Bitcoin and cryptocurrency before a tipping point happens, and I responded 15% because that's 1 in 7 people. Generally speaking, you need about 15% adoption for technology to start taking off and mass adoption to occur. Normally, you see very slow, gradual adoption of a new technology, so indoor plumbing, electricity, internet, anything you can think of, airplanes, smartphones. You see a very slow and gradual adoption as the technology is refined, and then there's almost always a critical tipping point at 15%, and then it explodes. If it was going to go mainstream, that's when it starts. We're probably around 3 to 5% right now. Once we start hitting that 15%, Bitcoin will probably be around $200,000 to $300,000 at that time. Expect it to go parabolic and absolutely explode. That is the kind of time, that's the kind of circumstance where we would be expecting to see Bitcoin starting to rally towards $1 million. With the way inflation is going, maybe $100 million is in the cards. But that's a kind of a TLDR of that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, another one we have from Carbon. We have two more. Carbon 69, I think. Think new tax plan will discourage whales dumping. I don't know if that's a question or if that's a statement. What are your thoughts, though?
So the taxes are always going to change how people look at investments in general. I mean, for example, one thing that people do right now is, and I've always done, and BlockFi's built their entire business on this, is using Bitcoin and cryptocurrency as collateral to take a loan out to not have to cash out a crypto to avoid having to pay the capital gains taxes on it. It's hard to tell at this point what the new taxes are going to mean for whales. The new taxes, as far as I can tell, are not necessarily new taxes. That's kind of a misnomer. They're more like putting regulations in place to make sure that taxes that are already due are being paid. It's really very hard to tell at this point what that's going to look like, but yeah. And by the way, guys, like I said, if you are excited about today's stream, make sure to smash that like button. We got some great on-chain fundamentals, on-chain metrics, and fundamentals to look at here in a second. We're going to jump into that.
Last one, though, we do have one from Tommy Lou.
We do.
Smay, here is some lunch on me. Keep up the great work, man. Smay,
sauce.
If this isn't proof that you're special, you got people who love you unconditionally just for yelling at a microphone that is sitting like
Smay just yelled at
away from you.
So let's just break this down real quick. Smay just yelled at 2,000 people and got $20 for it. That's what the world has come to.
Yeah.
That's what our economy has become. That is very much appreciated. I'm joking, of course, Tommy Lou. Thank you for that. Unfortunately, that will not be going to Smay's lunch. That will be going to my lunch because I don't give anything to Smay. Smay actually doesn't make any money. He lives in the 3rd floor bathroom, as we've discussed. We're on the 4th floor. He lives in the bathroom downstairs. Yeah, he just that's what he does.
So I'm gonna have to teach you something, Jeb.
Okay.
You just made a massive mistake.
What'd I do?
You can't. People in the chat do not take it well when we pick on Smay. That's why him and I formed an alliance.
Oh.
So yeah, we're gonna have to. Yeah, it's okay.
But you pick on Smay all the time.
Not on the camera.
You said that. At least you're honest. Okay. At least you're honest. Like wait, no, you're not honest because that means you're lying about it on camera. Oh my goodness.
Gosh.
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys. Well, we're gonna move on here. We have some interesting analytics to talk about with longs and shorts I want to dive into. Let's jump onto my screen. Right now, there are 51,500 longs being registered and 1,745 shorts being registered. And there is something I want to show you down here. By the way, this is called datamish.com. You can see it right up here, datamish.com. This is a very useful site that I've been using lately. And it shows what the longs and the shorts are doing. You can see here on Thursday, July the 22nd, Friday, July the 23rd, and then also on Sunday, July the 25th, and Monday, July the 26th, that there were major short squeeze liquidations. We saw a ton of Bitcoin get liquidated. We can see it measured down here in US dollars. We saw nearly $40 million worth of shorts liquidated in one day alone. That was Sunday. Now, of course, if we look at the chart, there was a pretty big pump back on the 25th. We saw it happen right here. This short squeeze resulted in a major rally on Bitcoin, and I think that we might be about to see another one coming in. Here's why. There is $1.5 billion worth of options that are expiring today. This article was posted yesterday. And right now, it looks like the bulls could be the ones that are doing well. These options are set to expire at $35,000. Well, Bitcoin is trading at $38,800, which means everybody who is in an options contract right now is going to have the option to buy Bitcoin $3,800 below market price. Those $1.5 billion worth of options are more than likely going to lead to hundreds of millions, if not over $1 billion worth of buying of Bitcoin. And if that occurs, that could result in the few shorts that are still on the market getting liquidated and causing a major rally. There's still 1,700 Bitcoin worth of shorts active just on the exchange that this website is tracking. It's actually even more than that. If we start to see billions of dollars worth of inflows happening to Bitcoin, and by the way, let me be very clear on how much money that is. This was a $37 million short squeeze, and it caused a rally of 14.5% of $5,000. It was in tandem with the Amazon news, but this short squeeze caused a couple $1,000s worth of rallying. So if we see $1.5 billion worth of options expire, and most of them are bullish, and we're seeing a ton of bullish buying pressure on the orders of hundreds of millions of dollars, on top of the fact that we've already seen so many technical and fundamental reasons why we might be about to break out, be watching for a major breakout this weekend. This right here is why I'm saying that I'm looking for a breakout Saturday or Sunday, because these are expiring today. This is happening today. We are going to see a lot of buying pressure coming into Bitcoin and cryptocurrency, and once the dominoes start falling, it might be hard to stop them. I think there is a good argument to be made that we could be trading back up towards $50,000 in the next 2 weeks. It is going to take time. It is going to need to be something that we are careful with. I personally wish that this options expiry was happening a few days from now, but it's not as happening today, simply because I want Bitcoin to consolidate for a little while longer. But this is very good news for anyone holding Bitcoin, and this is why I showed you earlier how you can long this market. If you put a long position in here around $41,000 and you wait for this options expiry to fully take place and for people to start buying up Bitcoin, this could result in a big, big rally. You guys have been watching the options expiry for a long time. Options expiries have been a big thing in the news as of the last 6 months. At the end of every month, last Friday of every month, they expire. They've caused crashes. They've caused rallies. Right now, it looks like it's going to cause a rally. With that said, guys, I think that Bitcoin is going up towards rallying above $41,000 and towards $50,000. I'd love to hear your thoughts on that in the chat, though. Where do you think Bitcoin is going and why? And also, if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe to the channel. We are trying to provide you the best quality content we can. Real quick, though, I also want to show you what Lux Algo is saying, because Lux Algo has flashed 2 buy signals in the last week and a half. We've seen a couple of strong buy signals. Now, we did see a small sell signal right here. Could have been timed better, but of course, Lux Algo is just an indicator. It's not going to be perfect, but we do have some great indicators here. We see that there are strong buy signals on the 4-hourly chart and also out here on the daily chart. Lux Algo is saying that we're going to rally, and if you guys have not already signed up for Lux Algo, you absolutely should. It is the leading indicator that called this entire crash. Look at this signal right here. This is default settings. I haven't even messed with this or set this up. This is the way that I use it on every time frame. This is incredibly helpful, especially if you're down on the hourly chart doing scalping and you're trying to trade down on short-term time frames. This is something that is very helpful for you. Look at this buy signal. Look at this sell signal. Look at this sell signal right here telling you that we're going to trade sideways and correct. It is definitely going to be something that you should have in your toolkit. Yeah. With that said, Tim, do you have any thoughts on what I just talked about?
Well, I put it in chat, and so of those who did not see my message, go ahead for the next little bit. You guys can you don't want to use the word spam. Don't spam, but put your prediction and your reason into the chat. Don't put it over and over and over again. Smay is going to time you out, and Zach, I think Zach's one of my moderators, so he's going to time you out if he sees the same person put the exact same thing in 27 times. But yeah, put your predictions in. I've seen a couple of them so far. Like one person, let's see, Red Ball Boy said Bitcoin is going to hover around 40,000 for the next couple of months and then pump like crazy from October to December. So I can tell Red Ball Boy is definitely not a BitBoy fan because that is the exact opposite of what Ben thinks is going to happen. Yep. What are your thoughts on that one, Jeb?
I think that he's probably right, to be honest, except for I don't think we're going to trade sideways for that long. I think we are probably going to be rallying towards 100,000 this year, but I think it's going to look a lot more like a rally up to 50, 60,000, then sideways movement, and then a gradual rally up to 100K. Actually, I take that back. Probably not a gradual rally up to 100K. Probably sideways trading around 50 to 60, and then we're going to have a big parabolic run up to 100. Somebody also said Lux Algo is a 24/7 demo of the 5-minute chart for Bitcoin and Ethereum on Twitch. That's right, it does. And the reason is because it works and you should sign up for it. The link's in the description box down below. You can use our coupon code JEB for 20% off at checkout. That's JEBB. Use that link.
Yeah, we got another prediction saying I think we'll see a 36,500 before that rally. That's an interesting prediction. I know there's a lot of people saying there. The truth is, I think there is a good little line of support around 37 somewhere in there that it could potentially bounce down to. Going there, we got more 65,000, 90,000 by December 31st. Somebody saying 55,000 by the end of October. I've seen a couple different 55,000s ones in chat. 70,000 and then a pullback to 50,000. So yeah, that 50,000 is coming up a lot. 70,000 pretty quick.
Yep.
80,000. I'm cashing out my last Crypto Impossible in time to the top. So I guess they're saying that it's going to get to 80,000 and then they're going to be gone. They're not going to do crypto anymore. Okay.
37,800.
Yeah.
By Joshua Oakley.
Yeah.
200K by October, says Karsten Cook. I cannot speak.
Cook.
You guys aren't gonna read mine.
What'd you say?
I'm looking for you, Max 75K.
Max 75K.
I thought it was going to be. Turtles say we aren't going to hit 100,000 in 2021.
Oh, man.
That's
Turtle
sad.
TA. Smay, can we get a 30-second update on the Turtle TA?
Well, I don't have a mic.
Well, you can scream, apparently, and the whole world hears you.
Turtles are saying that long-term, guys, it's not likely we hit 100K by the end of 2021, but we will get close. We'll probably grace around that 80K, maybe 75. I'm saying 75 by the end of the year. There you go.
Man, we have 5,000 by October from Sense.
5,000 by October.
He don't like.
That's a
he
bear
don't like
right
the
there.
Bitcoin.
I don't think that's going to happen.
100,000 by November. That's really awesome.
Zachary, I could see that.
Oh my gosh, Matt Bias. West Virginia to the ACC by 2023.
Woo! Country roads take me home.
Yeah, I forgot Smay is from West Virginia.
Smay can sing. Tell me if you want to see like a mixtape from Smay. I would love that. Smay can
Matt,
sing.
I would love for West Virginia. I actually, I'm a big Virginia Tech fan, so I love when we play West Virginia, and we've been winning that one as of late. So that's a fun one.
A Marshall fan.
That's true. You are a Marshall guy because your I was good. Just so you guys know, we've said this before. I was good friends with Smay's older brother Steven, and every time Marshall did anything of significance, I would never hear the end of it.
Oh my gosh!
So that was fun.
That's a sign of a losing team right there. Got to brag whenever it works.
I have against every time. I can't remember the last time Virginia Tech lost to Marshall. It was pretty bad. Long ago. Yeah. Anyway, another thing I thought I was thinking about earlier when we were doing a chat, and we'll move back because I think there's some super chats too. But Smay, what is we need to start like a whole segment of if you dislike Smay, you're also probably likely to what? All right, here we go. We got some super chats here. You guys can think about it. If you guys want to put that answer in chat too, if you dislike Smay, you're also likely to whatever it is. Fill in the blank.
You gotta
fill in the blank.
Smay haters be like.
Okay, Smay haters be like.
Smay haters be like.
Clinton Query a while ago asked, "Do you pay taxes if invested or ERC-20?" Yes, I mean
if you're doing anything in
taxes.
cryptocurrency, it's more than likely going to be a taxable event.
Yeah.
Yes.
Next one from Brandon Doig or Duig, I don't know which one. I look forward to tuning into you guys every single morning. Just wanted to say thanks and keep up the great work.
Thank you.
Thank you, Brandon. Colton said, do the Bitcoin whales decide when they go... Sorry, do the Bitcoin whales decide when they all go long or all short Bitcoin? Wouldn't it be naive to think they don't communicate this? Are they in charge?
They're not in charge of Bitcoin, but they definitely have a lot of influence. Whale wallets hold a massive amount of Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Not to the point where we need to be worried too much about massive centralization, but yeah, no, there's a lot of wallets being held by very few people. So yeah, it is something that you need to be not concerned about, but thinking about. Yeah.
You know, some Smay haters be like, Bitcoin is a scam.
Guys, if you want to put your Smay hater comments, also make sure to put them in the subreddit. We have a subreddit, r/JebByNice, JEBBIKNIGHTS, that you should go and follow. Links in the description.
Smay haters be like, XRP is the best. I think Helvetica Freeze is for sure a Smay hater, because Smay haters be like the smartest crypto traders.
I don't think it's a she, because I know the character. I recognize the character in the.
I don't know. I just seen a girl in the picture, so I.
Smay haters be like, Smay, you're fired.
Dang. I feel bad about that one, Smay. I'm not gonna say
We're
that
never
anymore.
saying that ever again. That threat is off the table.
Yeah,
until
that's
it
off the
official.
table. Yeah, because that. Wow, Tim. Does that count?
What?
It's off the table until it becomes official. That's
Official.
like a low key threat right there.
Listen, sometimes you got to keep people in line. You know?
my
Haters
goodness.
Be like, turtles ain't nobody got time for that.
Ain't nobody got time for that. Good deal, guys. Well, there's a couple more things that we can look at over here on Bitcoin, because I also want to make sure that we are keeping up to date with what Bitcoin is doing on the hourly chart. Bitcoin was in a little bit of a symmetrical triangle pattern right here, and we saw a bearish break to the downside, and this caused this $1,000 dip that we saw earlier on. This correction right here of about $1,000 scared a lot of people, and frankly, we probably saw some longs get liquidated, which resulted in some corrective movement on Bitcoin. Now, here's the thing. I think that this was a very healthy movement. I think that Bitcoin needed this, because if Bitcoin had a broken bullish here, then we didn't really have much correction, to be totally honest with you. We saw like 12 hours of correction, but other than that, we've mostly seen uptrends, sideways, consolidation, all of that. I actually want to see Bitcoin correct right here, and we can even touch on briefly the scenario where Bitcoin breaks below $38,500, because it is very much possible. Yes, we have options expiring. Yes, we have a lot of bullish things going on, but it is possible that Bitcoin comes down to $36,500 before this rally kicks off. I think someone said that in chat earlier, and this is something that can occur. So let's discuss this. If Bitcoin does start to bring itself down here to $36,500, I'm not terribly concerned about it, and here's why. If that occurs, then essentially what Bitcoin has done is we've had a larger correction, which means that we have more gas in the tank if we want to start to rally. Think about it like a spring or like a rubber band. The further you pull it apart, the more tension there is and the harder it is to do. The further Bitcoin corrects, the stronger the bulls are going to be, the more exuberant they're going to be. The power is in the camp of the bulls. So if we get overextended in the downside, then the bulls are going to just start getting more and more excited. But also, if we do pull back down to $36,500, then we're seeing sideways momentum in general between $36,000 and $41,000. That essentially creates what is a gigantic bull flag, which ends up having the exact same predictive characteristics of a rally up towards $50,000, because you do a bull pennant, a price target the exact same way in this scenario that you would with the bull pennant that we discussed earlier. And guess what? It still points up here close to $48,000. I have a very strong suspicion that even if Bitcoin breaks down here $3,000, that we will still end up seeing in the next week or two a major break above 41K. I really do think that a $41,000 Bitcoin is in the cards, and I do think that it is coming. No matter what happens, though, guys, I want you to remember one thing. There is an investment portfolio and there is a trading portfolio. Don't get so caught up in the short-term trading that you forget that the vast majority of your wealth is probably going to come from your investments. The best traders have a large portion of their cryptocurrency inside of their investment portfolios. I have the vast majority of it in my investment. If you guys are looking to make money in cryptocurrency, you got to learn the technicals, you've got to learn the fundamentals, but you also just kind of have to buy and hold and be in this for the long run, because fortune is going to favor the people that hold for a long time in crypto. We've seen that happen in 2016-17's bull market. We've seen it happen in the last year. A lot of times you see people doing a ton of trading and they forgot to invest, and the trading was great. They got a lot of experience. They built a lot of expertise. They made a lot of money. But then Bitcoin rallies to $65,000, and what do you have for it? You know, you made money down at $10,000, but you should have had some investment. So also make sure that you're holding on to investment. And if you're looking for investment opportunities, now I think is a fantastic time. And by the way, guys, if you haven't already, you should definitely consider joining the Cryptocurrency Technical Analysis Academy. The link for that is in the description box down below. And if you don't know what it is the academy where we personally teach you guys everything you need to know about technical analysis. And I've got a cool announcement for behind the scenes coming out. That is that we're going to start making one new course video a day starting on Monday for the rest of this quarter. We've got dozens of videos coming out for you guys.
A day or a week?
A day. One a day. One a day being produced. Now, they're not all going to launch because we have something special coming, but they are going to be being made. We've got more videos coming out to the Academy, and one of them I think actually uploads today. I believe our VPVR video is coming out in the Academy today. So if you haven't already, make sure to check that out with the link in the description box down below. So Tim, do we have any super chats going on?
I think we had one more pop up while we were going. Let me make sure. Yeah, it's from Adasius X. He says, when I did crazy research on crypto late last year, I did stumble on your channel. I'm here because of Around the Blockchain and loving your TA analysis. Thank you, BitBoy.
Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Welcome to the channel. And if you guys haven't already and you're new here, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel. We got a lot of great things coming out that we are looking forward to.
There was a question back, and Jeb, if you want to say like you don't want to talk about it, you're fine. We were talking about it before the stream. He wanted to know your thoughts on what Aaron said around the blockchain yesterday about 4 hours and Biden and
I think it was hilarious is what I think. I think that was the...
If you don't know what we're talking about, go back and watch
it. Actually, even better yet, go onto our subreddit because somebody clipped that and put it on our subreddit. The link to that's down below. Look, guys, I have just as much of a problem with all the taxes coming in as Aaron does. It's a big problem. The amount of money... I talked about this on ATB yesterday, and everybody was like, preach, Jeb. The federal government took in $3.55 trillion in revenues in 2019, and we spent $6.55 trillion in expenditures in 2020. Now, granted, there was a thing going on in 2020 that I can't talk about for fear of my channel being deleted, but I can say this. What kind of organization can run a 50% negative and still stay in power? Only a government. That is the only way that that is possible, and those massive taxes are not helping us. The massive expenditures are not helping us. What would help us is to have a stable currency and a stable budget. I will say that much. So, yeah.
Yeah, no, the other thing is, again, I've seen a lot of chatting here from new people. Make sure, hey guys, like, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you're tuning in every single day.
Video.
Again, another complaint, we talked about this yesterday, but I have seen comments in the past of people saying, oh my gosh, I missed the show. I don't know what happened. I didn't get a notification. Sometimes YouTube doesn't send all the notifications out. We've actually noticed like the longer you've been subscribed, the less frequently you get our notifications.
Yeah.
But you know, one way to fix that is to hit the bell and to know, guess what? Rain or shine, it's been a long time since we didn't have a stream at 9:30 in the morning, Monday through Friday. So you also can just know, come back literally every single day, Monday through Friday. But even that, you know, as we're growing, the other reason you should subscribe is because we're growing our content. Like for a while, we were dabbling with just streams. Sometimes we did a stream and one random afternoon video. We are working on a lot of content for you guys to give you guys everything you need to be successful and be entertained here in the crypto market. So make sure you guys subscribe for all of that.
Indeed.
We had a super chat come in from Matt C. I want to make sure I didn't miss any others.
And Rocky Mountain Precision.
We did. Okay, Rocky Mountain. I'll do the Rocky Mountain one first. Rocky Mountain said, any thoughts on Exodus wallet for the LT holding? Great channel and content. Keep up the good work. God bless.
I've used the Exodus wallet ever since the first week I was in cryptocurrency, which, by the way, cool announcement. Tomorrow is my 4th year in cryptocurrency. 4 years ago tomorrow, I got into crypto when I was 16 years old. So, yeah, ever since then, I've been using Exodus wallet. It was the first wallet I ever used. It's come a long way. In fact, one of the first videos on this channel that did pretty well was an Exodus wallet review. It's still up from like 3 years, 8 months ago. You can check that out on the channel. So yeah, Exodus wallet's great. Love it. Yeah, definitely, if you're holding a lot of crypto, it's better to hold it on a hardware wallet like a Ledger. I love Exodus, but at the end of the day, if your computer falls in a bathtub, you kind of lost your crypto. So I prefer hardware wallets, but it is good for what it is.
Do you have is that a common problem of computers falling into bathtubs?
I've seen it happen. I've actually seen a video of it happen. It happened to Captain Sparkles one time. Lost a MacBook. You dropped a laptop in a bathtub?
No, but it would have been cool if I did.
I don't even know if people heard that. Oh my gosh! No, we need Mike to have.
Somebody just want to be a part of it. Mike just want to be part of it.
Matt C said, "Have a great weekend, everyone. Practicing safe crypto and smash the like. See y'all on Monday for another exciting week."
Let's go, Matt C.
Thank you, Matt. Yes,
appreciate that.
Out of curiosity, I know we touched on it a little bit, but what is Lux Algo doing right now? And do you have anything you want to say about that as we wrap? Because that's a big thing as we wrap out the week.
Yeah,
we're not going to be doing any Lux Algo videos over the weekend. So
we can look at that down here on the 1 hourly chart. Lux Algo has a sell signal in place right now. I'd be waiting for this buy signal before you guys got too excited on buying into Bitcoin. I think that this sell signal actually makes a lot of sense, and I am looking for a buy signal to be coming in on Lux Algo. Make sure that you are checking the link in the description for Lux Algo. If you're not already signed up for it, you absolutely should be. It's the best indicator I've ever used. I include it with all of my technical analysis now. We can also look down here on the 4-hourly chart, and we can see that it's still bullish. So that's a good sign. We are still bullish here, even despite this dip. The indicator still believes that we are going to be moving to the upside, and I agree with the indicator in this case. And out on the daily chart, we're seeing that Bitcoin is still in a very strong buy state. We've seen Lux Algo pretty much call every single top here over the last several months. Even down here, we saw Lux Algo call this correction. This little correction down here was like 15%. Lux Algo called that. This is all back tested. You can literally just follow these indicators, these signals. Make sure you're doing your technical and fundamental analysis. You don't want to base everything on one indicator, but as far as one indicator goes, it is very powerful. It is called Lux Algo, Lux space ALGO. You can find the link for it in the description box down below, and you will get 20% off if you use our coupon code JEB, J-E-B-B, at checkout. It's definitely something that you should consider signing up for. We've had a lot of people using it, a lot of great feedback. We're getting emails from people that are using Lux Algo, and they are finding it very helpful. Definitely something you should check out. I've actually sat down in a Zoom call with the two co-founders of this indicator and the company that builds it. They are good people. I can tell you that from behind the scenes. It's something that you should definitely be interested in. By the way, TradingView themselves has actually sent engineers in and looked at the code, taken a peek into what makes Lux Algo tick, and they say it's best of class. If you don't trust Lux Algo, trust TradingView, because they are a very trustworthy company, and they say Lux Algo is great. So definitely something you should check out. With that said, Tim, do we have anything else? We're ready to wrap it out.
A couple more super chats, and at least one announcement that I'm going to make. Crypto Gab says, is Binance US still safe to buy Bitcoin with all the news surrounding it?
I'd say so. Yeah, I think Binance US is okay. I mean, there's always going to be news coming out about different exchanges. I think Binance is, in general, a good exchange. Look, I personally think that you should try and keep as much of your cryptocurrency on a hard wallet as possible, but I think Binance US is okay.
Last one is from Tyler Wood. Says, love you guys. Please pray for everyone's health and happiness. That's all I ask.
Yes, sir.
Absolutely. Yes, sir,
absolutely,
Tyler. All right.
One more
came in. Yep. Jason Kiliani said, Bitcoin daily chart after 2021. All-time high looks eerily similar to 19, and I mean, okay, the years. And prices dropped after second rally and then didn't go above previous high. Why think up this time?
Because during that time, the fundamentals were in a very different position. I remember that because I was making content back then. I mean, I've been making content for 3.5 years now. During that time, the fundamentals were nowhere near as powerful as they are right now. There is an unstoppable train moving right now of people in cryptocurrency. For example, 2,000 people watching a stream like is watching right now would probably be the biggest stream in crypto during that time. Right now, the biggest stream in crypto is getting 30 or 40,000 concurrent. There is so much more interest in cryptocurrency. It is insane. That's why I am of the opinion that this bull market is far from over, and I think it's just going to continue. So, yeah, no, thank you for the donation, but I think that there is a big change going on right now in the crypto space.
Yeah, there was a comment right here from Ken Hungry. Say, Crypto Jeb and team, can you guys go live tomorrow on Saturday? Don't want to go through this weekend alone without you guys. TT. Here's the thing, Ken. We wish. The other day, I discussed why I had not invested recently.
We have a video coming out on Saturday, though.
Yeah, we will. Yeah, that's part of the announcement I'm going to take. But like, we are never going to do anything / encourage you guys to do anything that would be unhealthy for you, whether it be in trading or whether it be in personal life. We believe very heavily in having rest and Sabbaths. That's why we work so hard during the week and then rest hard on Saturday and Sunday, is because it is not only, as Christians, that's what we, biblically believe that God has instructed us to do, but also, just a scientific standpoint, you can't grind 24/7 and be effective. You can grind 24/7, but you can't be effective. So we rest on the weekends so that we can be the best for you guys Monday through Friday. But again, I told you guys some of the new content we're working on, and we had a couple weeks ago, obviously, Jeb and the disease that shall not be named threw us off the last 2 weeks, but we are going to be releasing Saturday and Sunday videos, not live streams, but there will be videos out there. Also, I saw comments earlier. For those of you who have joined in the last 2 weeks, you don't even know what I'm talking about with this. But the HODL trophy will be making an appearance. I mean, Jeb can show it right now if he wants. But in terms of being predicted and getting a winner, it will have an appearance next week. Again, that disease that shall not be named. took us out for 2 weeks in a row because we didn't
Yeah.
really feel it was fair to have a prediction when Jeb was feeling like death.
Yeah, it was rough.
But barring one of us, something happens to us over the weekend, which it shouldn't, we will be having predictions on Monday morning. Next Friday, there will be a new winner. I think, isn't Smay one win away from getting to open the treasure?
I think so. There's only 2 ticks on there, but I think we missed one.
I think he had 3. I think you have 2 and I have 1.
Yeah.
So it's a long shot for me, but I'll come up.
You can do it. That's that
But
comeback.
that is the announcement I got. Huddle Trophy coming back next week.
Yep.
Videos coming out this weekend.
I have an announcement.
Smay wants to scream one more announcement.
Actually, I don't want to say this one. It's the survey.
Oh, right.
Jeb's
So, guys, we've got different surveys coming out on Twitter and on a bunch of different places. And the reason
And
that...
the link in the description.
And the link in the description box down below. And the reason that you should definitely check out those surveys is not because we're not trying to sell you anything with those surveys. What we're trying to do with those surveys is we're trying to figure out what is the kind of content that you guys want to see. There's a reason I put a poll on Twitter a little while ago saying, hey, what do you like more, technical analysis or news for the crypto for Coffee and Crypto Live right now? We want to find out what you want to see because we want to provide you the best quality information that we possibly can. And the only way we can do that is by finding out from you what you want to see. That's what the best companies, that's what the best channels and networks in the world do, is they ask, their audience what they want. They probably don't want that, but they ask them what they want and they respond and then they make it. So we want to make the content that you want to see. So definitely check the link in the description box down below. We got some surveys asking you guys what you want to see. And there is a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. We've got new shows that we're going to be launching, a lot of new testing that's going on, a lot of crazy stuff coming out, and you're not going to want to miss it. If you want to be a part of that, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. Guys, that's all I got. We done?
Yeah, I think that's it.
I think that's a wrap, guys. We got some good content coming out over the weekend. I got a video on inflation coming out tomorrow that has been edited and will be premiering tomorrow sometime around 2 o'clock, I think, something like that. There's also going to be a video coming out on Sunday, so make sure to stay tuned to the channel for all of that. Before I go, though, guys.
Oh, wait. I have a thing before we close.
That's why I asked about 30 seconds ago if there was anything else.
I like to catch you off guard.
Yeah, you do.
You do like to disrupt
He's an
the show.
agent of chaos,
Yes.
is what he is.
I want to know. How many likes did we hit?
1,100.
1,100. Okay. Then I'm going to think about something for tomorrow.
There's no stream tomorrow.
For Monday.
For Monday.
It's going to be something special on Monday.
There will be, okay, yes. Smay, they want one more scream from Smay, so Smay, whatever you want.
I was going to sing the outro. I was going to sing the outro.
Do it.
You may do it now.
Sure.
Okay. All right.
But before I go, though, guys, I do just first want to thank each and every single last one of you for watching, as always. And I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.
Oh, I got a real good feeling. Got a real good feeling. Like there is lightning deep in my bones. Yeah.
Country roads, take me home to the place I belong. Bitcoin rally, Green Valley, making money. Yes, I am. Yes, I am making money. Yes, I am making money. Yes, I am.